الله وساندي، طبعا عودة إلى هذا المكان ونتعرف على المزيد من الشركات اللي تعتبر كذلك شريكة لكوب 28، وإحداها هي مجموعة الفطيم. مجموعة الفطيم شريكا استراتيجيا لكوب 28، واللي تنقل تجربتها في مجال الاستدامة في قطاع التنقل بالتحديد خلال الحدث العالمي، إذ أسست شركة الفطيم للتنقل الكهربائي. أسست هذه الشركة لتعزيز التنقل الأخضر لتحقيق هدف بيع 50% من السيارات الكهربائية بحلول عام 2030 وتركيب 4200 محطة شحن، طبعا هذا التزاما بأهداف الإمارات كذلك الوطنية. كما تقدم المجموعة خيارات متنوعة للتنقل الكهربائي وبرامج تمويلية مبتكرة، مع تشديدها على أهمية الشراكات بين القطاعين العام والخاص ولتعزيز التنقل المستدام، واستمرار تعاونها مع هيئة الطرق والمواصلات وجهات أخرى منذ عام 2008. زميلنا محمود حمدان بيستعرض أكثر هذا الجانب مع ضيفه في جناح المجموعة في مركز التكنولوجيا والابتكار بالمنطقة الخضراء في مؤتمر الأطراف كوب 28. شوفوا وياكم.
تحية لكم مجددا من كوب 28، ونحن تحديدا اليوم في جناح مجموعة الفطيم الشريك الاستراتيجي لكوب 28 لقطاع التنقل. للحديث أكثر عن هذه الشراكة نتوجه إلى ضيفنا لهذا اليوم السيد حسن نرجس، وهو المدير العام لشركة الفطيم للتنقل الكهربائي. أهلا وسهلا بك. Welcome in COP 28. As a strategic partner, what message الفطيم Group trying to deliver through this international event?
So COP28 is obviously one of the monumental opportunity to connect with the rest of the world, and as the mobility leader in the UAE and then the wider region, our position had been always that we had to play a very integral role to support, to demonstrate, and to accelerate this COP28 initiatives, and hence we work hands in hands with the COP28 and the RTA organization in Dubai, and we have been selected as the e-mobility strategic partner for COP28 event, providing them 370 electric vehicles for the delegates, for the policymaker, for the VIPs to be carried around the event. Also, we have this beautiful stand to demonstrate all the public attendees to our, as we call it, the electric mobility ecosystem. It's starting from the cars, even the electric construction equipments, charging stations, electric scooters. So this is a massive opportunity also to connect with the wider audience in globally.
Also, as a strategic partner, what kind of initiatives are you introducing during this event?
So, as I mentioned, we are providing 370 electrified fleets for the event. So, we are the only group who is providing these opportunities for the transportation. This will be mainly for the politicians, policymakers, delegates, and as well as the audience who wants to visit this event, both in the blue zone and also the green zone. And this is 360 cars and 10 electric buses and more than 10 charging stations, and obviously with the manpower that we would like to also support COP28 together with our strategic partner RTA, everything around mobility.
What kind of challenge the sector of electric vehicles are facing internationally, and how can you, Al-Fatim Group, trying to bridge this gap?
So if you follow the latest consumer sentiment, in the recent studies showed that almost 70% of the new car buyers would like to consider electric vehicle as their new car. So this consideration level is exponentially growing, the interest and the awareness is very high, and obviously how we can bring this transformation from the consideration to real purchase, and this is what Al-Futaim kicks in. Our role is the providing not only products that is covering the entire e-mobility segment, but also the services surrounding that to make this shift seamless and simple for the consumer. If we look at globally, the same phenomena of the electric vehicle adoption is increasing massively. It is obvious a difference the adoption of the phase of the adoption. So we are talking no longer we are talking about if, we are talking about when will the adoption will happen, and we are also very motivated and we are very convinced that UAE will be the leading country in the region to lead this adoption in the electrification.
Let's talk more about your participation in this, the UAE strategy to be a leading country in this sector. So it's not only producing or selling electronic vehicles, also to prepare the infrastructure for that. How can can Al-Fطيم group participate in this?
So I think public infrastructure, when it comes to electric vehicle charging, it is the single most and the biggest problem for the consumer to switch, which understandably, if we think about that we are also consumers, we would like to, if you think about internal combustion engine, you know the proximity with the fuel stations, and you know when you want to have a trip where you can stop. So the main question comes with where am I going to charge my car? So for the people that are in lucky and privileged to live in villa and houses, it's much more easy. Obviously, therefore we also launch our charging business, Charge to Move, from the private sector to help the customers to have their home charger, together with our engineering department, installation included, as we call it, a turnkey solution, completely provided by Al-Fطيم to the highest level of standards and then the fastest way. So we introduce our range of the chargers that is available for the people. I think the biggest challenge comes the public charging infrastructure. Obviously, if you do not live in a villa but in a high-rise building, and if you are a tenant in that place, it is much more difficult to put a charger on your, let's say, underground parking, because you need to get from the landlord, your developer, you need to get the approval, which is very cumbersome at the minute. So public charging is something that we would like to support government as much as possible. We would like to work with the government as well as the other public sector to basically enable a ratio that would enable the switch of the adoption. So, for instance, just to give some numbers, is that if you look at the European Union, for every 10 electric vehicles sold, European Union ratio is a 10-to-1. So you need to have a one public infrastructure charger for the consumer. Right now in UAE is not close to that. There are a lot of part of the vision of the government. There are a lot of announcements that we highly welcome and encourage to support. So this is something that will take one of the big bottleneck away if we can all together, government as well as the private sector, work together and then challenge.
Let's talk a bit about the partnership between Al-Fطيم Group and RTA. There is a lot of work on the ground. Just give us an idea where are we now in this partnership?
Yeah, so with RTA, we have been a historic long strategic partnership. So when it comes to the electrification, we introduced together with RTA in the year 2008 the first hybrid taxi fleet. And now, if you look at back, is that almost half of the fleet of the taxis are electric. So we have a very good relationship with RTA, and we really cherish this partnership. And in the view of the COP28 and in the view of the full electrification to support UAE government's 2050 carbon neutrality strategy, we even accelerate on our partnership. So we have signed in Barcelona a few months ago a deal to be a strategic partner for any upcoming mega events, as we call it. So COP28 is one of them. And we are also running many different trials. It's not only cars, it's not only taxi, but also the public buses, as well as any other commercial vehicles and so forth. Wherever RTA needs us in the mobility sector, we would like to work with them, and we are very happy with our recent strategic partnership that we signed that would amplify our relationship.
Mr. Hassan, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.
شكرا للزميل محمود حمدان على هذا اللقاء اللي من خلاله تعرفنا على جهود إحدى الشركات العالمية الإماراتية اللي نفتخر فيها، وهي مجموعة الفطيم، وفي ظل كذلك استضافة دولة الإمارات لمؤتمر الأطراف كوب 28. هذا كل ما لدينا اليوم من مدينة إكسبو دبي. عودة إلى ساندي وعبد الله.